What's up, YouTube? Stocks by the numbers. Welcome back. Today is Friday, the 31st. It is now the last day of March. So our first quarter of the year is over. First 3 months down. Really hope you guys are keeping your heads above water. And obviously, if you're up in your accounts and you made a couple of bucks in the last few quarters, I'm very happy to hear that. On the flip side, if you are struggling a little bit, you're down slightly here, year to date. Look, I understand it's very stressful. Sometimes you just want to put your fist through the monitor because shit just isn't working out, and you did your research, you thought you were on the right track. Believe me, I completely understand how you feel. But again, that's why I kind of wanted to make the channel, because I had a lot of liquidity, and then I made a lot of stupid investments, and then as you guys know, anyone who's been following my channel for, since I started, I took most of my liquidity and we rolled it here into this house. So that's why as of right now, I'm not really doing any trading. However, again, when I did have the liquidity, I was out there kind of like a cowboy. And I'm sure you guys can appreciate this. I'm sure you may have been down this road. Regardless of how much you start with, once you make more, all of a sudden, you think you're like king shit, and all of us, and or like 8 or 9 out of 10 of your calls are correct, and you can't do any wrong. And once you have more liquidity, all of a sudden you realize you kind of start throwing it into these shitty situations, and you don't think much of it because you have cash on hand at the time. So, right, like in the successful moment, you'll buy anything. Yet as the shit begins to hit the fan and you wake up every day to a sea of red, all of a sudden that's when we'll do more due diligence, right? Then we'll look at a stock and we'll be like, wait, hold on, why isn't this moving? What's going on? I bought it up here, now it's down here. And then you realize that, the company's revenue has been slowly decreasing. That's why they're keeping the stock down. And, this analyst just came out and downgraded the frickin' thing that you just bought the other day. So, going off on a little bit of a tangent here. But long story short, believe me, I've been there, and that's why I made the channel, is because I want to look at these companies, whether they're meme stocks like Microvision, or whether they're brand name stocks like McDonald's. Brand name company that pays you a dividend to own it. This is why I wanted to start up the channel, because I wanted to review these numbers before, people like yourself may just say, oh yeah, I'll throw a couple thousand into it, we'll see what happens. It's like, no. Sometimes it's just not worth it. But anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but we're getting back in action here. Name of the company we're looking at, again, is Soundhound AI, ticker symbol SOUN here on the NASDAQ. Stock right now up at 258 right now, 259. Now the stock may begin to run right now as we're speaking, because the high of the day up until this point was 257, right there at that fib level of 257 that we called out. Now the stock's sitting here at 259, just got above that level. So I honestly have no idea where this is going to go. However, if it does close at or above this fib level, then in my eyes, it's technically still bullish, and it may continue to run up potentially to the next fib there of 320. However, shout out to Reza. I'm sorry, bro, if I'm getting that wrong. Correct me in the comments section, but do me a favor, let yourself be known. Seriously, and I'll pin your comment, because after I did the video, the initial one on Soundhound, it was a couple of days later, and he posted a comment. He was like, hey, how about an update on the technical analysis of Soundhound? And when we looked at it, when we did our quick update video, I showed you guys that we had a pole and a potential flag forming here, and we could have a breakout up above these trend lines. And as we see here, that is exactly what happened. The company was bouncing around this channel, in this flag channel, and today we wake up and boom, it explodes up, breaks out of the channel, and again climbs up to that fib level, 257. So this is why, excuse me, this is why when it comes to stocks, in the short term, Yes, you need technical analysis. It definitely plays a huge part, especially in the short term, the day trading, the weekly trading. When we're talking about investing, as I always say, it's more about those fundamental numbers. The metrics of the business themselves are much, much more heavily weighted in the long term, when it comes to an investment as opposed to with a quick trade. So if anyone did happen to catch these videos and you scooped some of this stock up sub 2 or here in the low 2s here towards the bottom of this channel, and now you wake up today and you're sitting here at north of 2.5, do us a favor, let us know down in the comment section. We'll throw you a little bit of praise, give you a little bit of congratulations, and obviously very happy for you if it was one of my videos that brought the stock to your attention and may have somehow swayed you into taking a position. If that did happen, very happy for you. Congratulations. On the flip side, if you saw the videos and you put the stock on the watch list, and now you wake up today and you see a pop like this, don't beat yourself up. Seriously, don't beat yourself up. Right? Take a step back, and just remember a couple of simple things. That this is a smaller company. It's less known. Maybe maybe you only go for companies with market caps of a few billion, so you didn't feel comfortable buying this one. Or maybe you wanted to give it, a couple of more months to see how it performed before you stepped in. That there are a million reasons as to why you may not have purchased this stock here in the short term. And again, look, I have to say, believe me, I've been there. It's not worth beating yourself up. I'm telling you, it's really not worth beating yourself up. So, if you wanted to and you didn't, just keep an eye on this one. Because again, it can close at 256, right below this fib, for all we know. And then it could pull back, back into this channel and come back down to $2. So you may still have an opportunity here in the next couple of days or even in the next week or two to step in at basically that same price level when we first saw it and accumulate some shares for yourself. So don't, try to, like they say, however dark the cloud, there's always a silver lining, right? Try to find those positives. Don't just sit there sulking today like, oh man, this guy talked about it, now boom, it's up 30%. Shit, I really needed that money. Believe me, I've been there. It's not worth it though, right? It's Friday. Take what the market gives you. I'm sure there's another opportunity. I'm sure you may have one or two other positions that are performing well. Focus on the positives and what's working for you. Don't beat yourself up with this one. But Soundhound AI, again, this company in the voice recognition software sector, again, they're throwing their product and services into automobiles and are saying that the AI market may be tremendous for this company. So again, yes, in the short term, we have our flag that's set up. Shout out again to my subscriber, let yourself be known, and we broke up again to the 257 mark. If we stretch out here, even looking at the couple of months here, you can see here the 6-month chart, we have broken above all of our fibs, and chances are going to be above the fibs. Here we go. So if we switch here, there's a 5-day chart. As you can see here again, moved above the simple moving average, and pulled back to this fib of 238, it looks like, and of course bounced and is now taking another leg higher. So this right here may be the high of the day. This next fib, we're on the 5-day chart. This next fib here of 269 may be where it stops, if you will. But, we spoke about this. And again, switching over here to stock charts. And as we see, we're looking at the daily here. We spoke about the MACD that just curled, right? So now it's rising, obviously, with this news. So it's still looking pretty bullish. The RSI is sitting here only at about 54.6. So we still have some upside to go. And I spoke about the two moving averages merging here on the daily. As we see here, the 50-day is $2.64, and the 200-day is $2.63. And we looked again, we'll pull back the 5-day, and this fib is $2.69. So, in my opinion, if you really want this bullish, there's actually a couple of points to look at here. Number one, that fib level right here that it's at of $2.57, it has to close there or above 257 to remain bullish, in my opinion. Also, if somehow it climbs up to these moving averages, then it will be even more bullish, in my opinion. So, the stock just a few moments ago hit a high of $2.61. Again, just a couple of cents off of these moving averages. So I'm not exactly sure if they're going to push it up into those 260s. And now the stock's sitting here at 256. So again, they may pull it back here. You can see on the daily, that's the top fib level now. It's $2.56. So it may bounce around this level here before, and again, it just bounced off and went up to 257. So it's looking pretty steady here. However, it is only at 1:37 in the afternoon. So, we still have roughly 2.5 hours. Anything can happen. But again, keep an eye on those levels. Shout out again